Hello and you're very welcome to UPMC Nolan Park for this All-Ireland senior clash between Wexford and Kilkenny in the Glen Dimplex Camogie Championship. Kilkenny come into this one as reigning All-Ireland champions, having beaten Cork in the final by 1 point. Wexford, they've had a decent enough league. They made the 1B final. That day they lost out to Waterford, so we're hoping to bounce back today. This one throws in at 6 o'clock and we'll have every second live here on the Camogie Association YouTube channel, so stay with us. Brian, first day out in the championship, what do you expect from your own side today? I suppose, what are you looking for?
Look, hopefully a good performance. I suppose nearly 10 months now since we played championship, and you know we've gone through a league there in Leinster, so we've trained hard the last couple of weeks, so I was hoping for a good performance now from the girls.
You won Leinster, of course, beat Dublin there by 4 points. What did you learn from that?
It was a tough game, very physical game. I suppose Dublin played really well. We're probably disappointed with our own performance. So look, we feel we've got a good another 4 weeks into girls fitness wise and hurling wise, so hopefully we'll see that today now.
Your opponents today, Wexford, how much do you know about them?
Not much, to be honest, this year. I suppose we haven't played this year. We met in the Leinster Championship last year, we didn't meet in the Championship. Look, Wexford was a tough battle for us. There's a lot of brilliant hurlers there, so we know we're going to have a huge challenge. Anytime we play a Championship, it's a tough battle, and we're expecting another one today.
And finally, just looking at the 15 that we saw announced during the week, is that the 15 that's going to play today?
Yeah, starting selecting, yeah.
Brilliant. Best of luck, Brian. Thanks for talking to us. Best of luck. First day out, what are you expecting from today's game?
Look, sure, it's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. You're in the backyard of the All-Ireland champions, but look, we've paired well. We got a bit of a setback in the league final, but look, it was good to get there. There was a little bit of progress in getting there. We hope we've learned from that and pick it up here for today. I think it's 2 months ago, it's a long time ago, but we're happy with how things went.
Yeah, it has been quite a while since you last played a game. How have you felt that time?
Look, we've got nice practice matches there, and we've worked hard ourselves, few 15s and 15s. We've got girls back to go 2 games with the club as well, which refreshes them up to go at it again. But no, we're a happy campus. Hopefully we'll be happy in another hour, I suppose.
Is there anything in particular, I suppose, you'll be focused on trying to get out of today's game, besides the result, obviously?
Look, I think if you come down to Nolan Park, whether it's no matter what team you're playing, it's physicality, it's intensity. I think if we don't match that today, we haven't a hope. And if we get up to that level, we'll be thereabouts. But if you don't, you'll be under big pressure. Brilliant. Best of luck, and thanks very much for talking to us.
Hello, and you're very welcome to UPMC Nolan Park for this clash of Kilkenny against Wexford, first round of the Glen Dimplex Senior Championship. Kilkenny come into this as All-Ireland champions after getting over Cork there in the All-Ireland final by 1 point. They're also the Leinster champions, having defeated Dublin down here a couple of weeks ago. That championship didn't go so well for Wexford. They were defeated in the first round of that one. They were knocked out by Dublin back on the 3rd of May, so they haven't played in quite a long time, and as we heard from their manager Colin Sutherland before the game, they have filled that time with challenges and other things, but they want to get back out onto the field, they want to get going, and what better place to get going than against the All-Ireland champions in their backyard. The teams are out, the officials are out, everyone is nearly ready to go here for this one. Today's match referee is Andrew Larkin from Cork. He is out there, he's been out for the last 10 or 15 minutes going through his stretches, as well as both teams have been doing so far. Wexford, Colin Sutherland, as we mentioned, is their manager. It's his first year in charge, the Oulart to Ballard man. He's over the Oulart to Ballard Camogie side as well, who have been hugely successful over the last couple of years. 2 Leinsters and an All-Ireland. He's also the selector with the intermediate team with the club as well, so he's a busy man, very rarely at home, I'd say, by the look of his schedule. Looking at the Kilkenny side, Brian Dowling is his 4th year in charge. 2 All-Irelands as a manager, 20 and 22 of course, and he won 2 as a player and 2 under 21, so a man who is no stranger to walking up the steps and picking up the cup, picking up a medal on these big days. He's out there. Speaking to him beforehand, if you're just joining us, he was confident, just wanted to get out there, wanted to get going and seeing what his team had to offer today. Speaking of his team, we're going to start, we'll look at the 215s, they're as selected, that's what we've been told anyway. We'll start with the home side, Kilkenny. So in goals they have Aoife Norris, their full back line, number 2 Michelle Tehan, 3 is Grace Walsh, and number 4 is Tiffany Fitzgerald. The half back line is number 5 Niamh Deely, number 6 Claire Phelan, and number 7 Laura Murphy. Their midfield line is made up of number 8 Steffi Fitzgerald and number 9 Kellyanne Doyle. Their half-forward line then is number 10, Aoife Doyle, number 11, Denise Gall, and number 12, Katie Power. And their full forward line looks a little bit like this. Number 13, Katie Nolan, 14, Julianne Malone, and number 15, Jenny Clifford. They're the 1 to 15s as we have them moving on to the away side now. Wexford coming down here into this bear pit that is Nolan Park. In goals for them, they have Laura Brennan. Full back line, Miriam O'Dowd, Ciara Story, and Laura Dempsey. Their half-backs are Aoife Dunn, Sarah O'Connor, and Emma Walsh. Their midfield sees their team captain, Anne Curran. She's wearing number 8, and number 9 is Orla Sinnott. Moving on to their forwards, number 10, Chloe Cash, 11, Shelley Keogh, and number 12, Kate Kerwin. And then their inside line, they'll be hoping to get the ball in as quick as possible into these players, and they'll hopefully make a difference on the scoreboard. It's what they will be hoping for today. Number 13, Linda Bulger, 14, Ciara O'Connor, and number 15, Chloe Fox. They're the 215s. We see both teams are out there in their huddles. We don't anticipate any late changes, but then again, you never really know at this way, the way the GA and the way Camogie and everything has gone these days, how many changes there will be. But now we're going to pause now for Ron Navian. So there you have it. Nothing wrong with the PA system here in UPMC. Nolan Park nearly blew us out of the commentary position, but good to hear Ron Navian being played out, and a decent crowd here anticipating what we expect will be a very, very good game. One interesting spectator just came in there as that was being played was the 9-time All-Star Tommy Walsh. He'll be keeping an eye on his sister, no doubt, and the rest of the Kilkenny players. His sister Grace there lines out at number 3. She won't need any encouragement, you'd imagine. She'll be getting plenty from her teammates, the 3-time All-Star herself, and of course 3-time All-Ireland winner. So she knows what this game is all about. Both teams are getting on with this as quick as they can. The wind is starting to kick up a small bit. We've had a good day here in Kilkenny, but it may be starting to change. Them clouds are looking a little bit ominous, but hopefully they'll hold on for another hour or so until we get out of this one. and it won't affect the game too much. A couple of positional changes there straight away. It looks like Laura Murphy has moved into midfield, as has Katie Power for the throw-in. Andrew Larkin, match referee, about to get this one underway. The ball is about to be dropped. And there it is, the ball is in, the game is on, and it looks like Wexford have taken up this one very quickly. Now they're on the attack straight away, a half a hook, a half a block even there, but Chloe Cash has it. She lays that one outside as far as Dunn. Dunn plays that down the line into the central position. Does a Wexford player have it? Yes, she does. In as far as O'Connor. O'Connor bearing down a goal. O'Connor looking for an angle, but she's lost it. Sheer strength in numbers there. Looks like two Kilkenny defenders came in around her and just had enough muscle and strength to force her into dropping that ball there. And Kilkenny get out of jail in the very, very early stages. Just 20 seconds or so gone when Kilkenny looked like they were in trouble as Ciara O'Connor came down. Massive clash there. Great to hear the class of the Ash here in Nolan Park, as that one is driven back in there by Curran. She plays it outside, but there's just no one over there in a Wexford jersey, and this one's going to be easily picked up there by Michelle Tehan. She has time to pick her spot, and she goes long over the head in as far as Katie Nolan. Katie Nolan isn't going to get to it though. Sarah O'Connor back there, we saw her sister Ciara bearing down goal a couple of minutes ago. She's lost the ball, and Kilkenny have turned it over, and they've won themselves a free. There's a clash down there. Andrew Larkin, today's referee, didn't like what he saw there, and it's going to be a free in and a chance for Kilkenny to get things up and going in these early stages. Just over 1 minute gone in this one, and Kilkenny have a chance to get the opening score of the day. That one's going to be taken by Denise Gall. Denise got 2 points in the Leinster final we spoke about earlier against Dublin. Both of them coming from frees. Hoping to get going here today with that one. She strikes that. Doesn't look delighted with that one, and you can see why as the umpires wave that left and wide. That's the first wide of the game coming for Kilkenny. Just coming up on a minute and a half gone. That one is batted down there. Good defending from Kilkenny. The ball is dropped there. Who's on to Wexford? Have a couple of players go in for that. So to Kilkenny. Has it come out? It's still there. Still a bit of a ruck form, but it looks like it's the Wexford player who has that. Looks like Bulger. Bulger's trying to come out. Little hand pass outside. Plays it as far as Sinnott. Sinnott then loses the ball again. Kilkenny defending well in numbers. The Wexford have held on to this one well. Just leading caught in 2 minds there was Curran. She plays the ball back outside as far as Bulger. Bulger puts everything she has behind that, but that just shoots to the right and wide, and that's the opening wide of the game for Wexford as well. So the teams are all square on the scoreboard, and they're all square on the wides count as well as we hit the 2 minute mark. Aoife Norris now with the puck out. Good accurate ball, plays it up to Claire Phelan, who's all on her own, and Phelan has a chance to maybe get Kilkenny going, maybe get their opening score today, but it's well cut out there by Aoife Dunn. Aoife has it. Her father of course won All Ireland back in 1996. Liam plays that ball up the line, and Wexford now on attack. Well taken, great pair of hands there. Kyo plays that one into the ground and keeps her run going as she plays that one up to Fox. Fox, intelligent ball inside, trying to hit Chloe Cash there. Chloe Cash doesn't get onto it again. Brave defender from Kilkenny. We're getting a lot of physicality in today's game here. The referee is letting that go, which is made for a good game, but I think he said he's seen enough now, and he's going to give, what decision has he made? Yet to put up his hand in either direction. I think it's going to be a free out. He's actually going to throw it in, so he couldn't decide what actually happened there himself potentially. Just said, I'll throw it in now. The player's been told to push back, which they never do now, but Wexford are in on top of this. Can they get something now? This looks like Fox bearing down a goal. Fox with a bat, but she's stopped. The ball stays out somehow. She's gone to ground. It's still there. O'Connor has it now. O'Connor feeds it back outside. The shot comes in, and it's into the back of the net. Shelley Keogh was waiting around the penalty area, got that, took it on her left. She had time and space, picked her spot, and Wexford get the opening score of today's game. Shelley Keogh just waited in the right position. Good attack and play initially from the Wexford players. It was thrown back outside. Keogh was all on her own and had an easy task of just putting that into the back of the net. We have a stoppage since then. It's a Wexford player, I think it might be Ciara O'Connor, who started that move, who was brave and ran through. She's down getting a bit of attention. But once she does get up and recover, she'll be delighted when she looks over that scoreboard and sees what Shelley Keogh had done for her. Shelley, a member of the Defence Forces, of course. Also married to the Wexford manager, Colin Sunderland, and he'll also be delighted how his team have started. They know they need to take every chance coming in here playing the All-Ireland champions. Dublin and Tipperary, of course, also in this group. Wexford play Tipperary in 2 weeks' time, while Kilkenny will take on Dublin. But we're up and we're ready to go here. All players fine after that little clash, and Kilkenny now will want to get a score immediately after that. It's bouncing in though. It's well caught, well read by Ciara Story. Another player with a famous father who won All Ireland in 96. That one is cut out on. Driving forward now. It looks like it's Clifford. Clifford plays into a bit of space. Kilkenny, can they get the opening score of the game? A nice pirouette there, still going strong. Few players come in. The referee took a look at that as Eva Doyle is about to pull the trigger. There was plenty of connections there. There was plenty of physicality. But he says, no, it was all fair. And we come away and the Wexford goal still is unblemished. Too many steps there taken is what the referee has decided. As Chloe Cash was running out there, he was on the ball. He was on his numbers. He said, you took too many there and it gives Kilkenny a chance. And a first chance for Katie Nolan to take this one. We saw Denise Gall take one from a similar situation on the far side, or similar distance out on the far side of the field a few minutes ago. But now there's a chance for Katie Nolan. Katie also got 2 in that Leinster final, both of them from frees as well, right on the 45. She looks confident as she struck that, and well she might as she puts that right over the black spot. And that's the first score of the day for Kilkenny, coming off the stick of Katie Nolan from a free. So it's Wexford 1 goal, it's Kilkenny 1.5 minutes gone. That one is bouncing, both players went up for that, but neither made a decent connection on that, and Kilkenny are able to gather that there through power. Power plays that down the line, good intelligent stick pass there as they're coming across to Kellyanne Doyle. Kellyanne Doyle got a bit of a shoulder there. Again, the referee, he made a second choice, and I think there was a second tackle come in, and it's going to be a free into Kilkenny for a little swipe, I think is what he's saying, is what that action meant there, but it's going to be a free to Kilkenny. It's a little bit further out than the last one. It looks like it's Denise Gall again who's going to take this one. She has a huge puck in her, so the distance shouldn't be an issue. So it's accuracy. Of course, Denise won an intermediate football Munster title with Mullinahone last year, so just as good with the big ball as she is with the small ball, as she strikes out, and she looked much more content as she put the hurley through that, knocks it over the crossbar. 2 points now to Kilkenny, a goal to Wexford. So the ball is now in the hands of Laura Brennan of Wexford. The referee has given her a couple of words of instructions, but now I think he's saying, yeah, come on, let's play away. That one goes fairly long. In fairness, there is a bit of a breeze here. It's dropping down around the 45. It's bouncing. Who's going to make a connection onto this one? It looks like it's going to be Katie Kerwin. Kerwin is trying to get onto that, but back there comes Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is half blocked, but she managed to get enough on that to clear it down the line, dropping around between the 265. Oh, what a take there on the run. Kellyanne Doyle just couldn't bring it under control on the second attempt. Lovely initial touch though, as Wexford pull on that one and drive it down the line. And the Wexford players are out in front of their player fairly consistently in this opening 6 minutes or so. And they've got the ball again. There's 3 Wexford players around that one. Can they create something about it? O'Connor now again. O'Connor looking outside her. Gets a bit of space. Plays that into that bit of space. Over there towards Fox. Fox, is she out-muscled and out-manoeuvred over there? As Michelle Tehan picks that up, the PE teacher. Plays that down the line, down the narrow side of the field. It's going to drop there. Who's it going to drop down to? Wexford again. Just really sharp, really agile. We talked about their couple of, maybe 8 weeks or so without a game, but it hasn't made them anywhere rusty so far, as they seem to be flying out there. But Kilkenny will know they can feel their way into this game. They've got over that initial shock of conceding the goal. They got it back to just 1 point now, and now they have a free back down just outside the 45. Claire Phelan to take this one. 3-time All-Star. Won her third one last year. Plays that down again into a bit of space. It's bouncing. Who's going to get over there? Looks like it's Aoife Doyle. Aoife Doyle though leaves it off as far as Malone. Malone now from a tough enough angle takes a couple of steps. The referee says that's okay. And as far as Nolan, it looks like Katie Nolan spins past her player, still going strong. The referee has his hand up. There is a free coming, and Kilkenny will gladly take that one. And it's going to be Katie Nolan again to take this one. She's already scored one from a free from the narrow side of the field, we'll call it. Now she's on the far side of the field. This one is much easier than the one she's already scored, and you'd imagine she'll put this one over fairly easily, and that's exactly what happens. And just like that, if we look up at the scoreboard, it's all square again. So despite Wexford's brilliant start getting that early goal through Shelley Keogh, they haven't scored again since, and it's been all Kilkenny. So 3 points to Kilkenny, 1 goal to Wexford. Laura Brennan again, a huge puck on that. She does have the breeze, and she's really working it as that one is dropping over Kilkenny cover. She tries to knock it inside to Curran. Curran couldn't control it. Kilkenny again just have enough numbers back there as that one is played out as far as Kellyanne Doyle. Kellyanne Doyle comes inside to get a bit of space, then plays that across the field. There is space to play into if Kilkenny can exploit it. Over as far as Aoife Doyle. Aoife Doyle then past her player. She's lost the ball. Good soccer style to keep that one going. She still has it. She looks inside, plays it as far as Clifford. Oh, it's over Clifford Hill, and it's well read there by Sarah O'Connor. Sarah O'Connor did really well there, as that, if that had gone to hand, Kilkenny were in on goals. That one is knocked there. Phelan looked to be trying to get onto that. She gets it on this second attempt again. Nice bit of close control from her. Just manages to shovel that forward maybe 5 or 6 metres, but it's 5 or 6 metres away from her own goal, so she'll be happy about that. Good stick pass inside as far as Chloe Cash. Chloe Cash just outside the 45 in the blink of an eye. Oh, it's just gone to the right and wide. But if you were Kilkenny defender there, you're going to be a little bit worried how quickly she got the ball into the hand there and got the shot off, but on this occasion it was to the right and wide. Norris again. Norris goes huge with that one. Both goalies have massive puck outs on them, and it's Wexford who've managed to pick that up. No, they haven't. They're outnumbered. Kilkenny had 2 players in on top of that. One of that was Power. Power plays that down the line, and there is a bit of space to just steady herself here as Katie Nolan looking for her first score from play of the day. Has she got it? Yes, she has. Number 3 for Katie Nolan, and Kilkenny take the lead for the first time in this game. Katie Nolan just given too much time and space. Had time to steady herself, look up and split the post. Short puck out there as far as O'Dowd. O'Dowd takes a side step and then goes back out the other side where there was more space. Played it down, 3 or 4 players go for that. It's Wexford who come down with that. Well read there by the goal scorer, Kyo. Kyo plays that inside. Kilkenny players now not making it easy out there for the Wexford girls to get something going. That's pulled on the, not very far again, but it's picked up by Doyle. Kelly and Doyle, there was a clash. The referee didn't like it. There's a Wexford player down. That's Shelley Kyo, the goal scorer. She's down at the moment, getting a bit of attention. She was on the club team of the year back in 2021 when Oulart Bala went all the way to the All-Ireland final and won it. She received a club all-star that year. She's down, getting a bit of attention now. And all the players, I think, after 10.5 minutes or so will be happy enough to take a bit of a breather. It's a muggy, close kind of a day here in Kilkenny, so they'll be happy enough to maybe just take a couple of seconds to reset and get going again. Brian Dowling here in front of us shouting on his encouragement to all his players, almost individually calling out the 6 forwards, telling them all, keep it going, you're doing well. As it's going to be Denise Gall to take this one. Denise is looking around her for options. Is she going to go short? Is she going to go long? Looks like she's decided, yeah, I'll drop this in around the mixer and see what happens. She drops it in, but Wexford are onto that. They're alert. Looks like O'Connor again is onto that. Sarah O'Connor coming out with that. She's been well closed down though by Malone. Oh, and Sarah O'Connor has been adjusted. Have taken too many steps. Brilliant work from Malone, and they're just not letting her out. O'Connor then caught in a couple of mines, took too many steps, and this should be a very scoreable free for Katie Nolan, who's looking for number 4 for the day. She got 5 points in last year's All-Ireland final. She now has 4 today. 3 from frees and 1 from a free, and that is one that will irk the Wexford management, you'd imagine. They had the ball, they were in possession of it. Sarah O'Connor just took too many steps, gave away the free, and Kilkenny will punish you for that all day long. And it's Kilkenny who have the ball again, and they're coming, they're on the attack. Phelan looks up, plays it into one-on-one situation. Is she going for the score? Looks like she is, but that one has just drifted to the right and wide. Second wide of the day by my reckoning for Kilkenny, 2 for Wexford as well. And it's 5 points to 1 goal. In 5 points for Kilkenny, 1 goal for Wexford is how we stand at the moment. Just coming up on 12 minutes, and Wexford again are going short, playing it out of their own defence. Didn't work out so well from the last time, but it might work out this time as Kyo picks up the ball. She was on the ground a minute ago, but she's up and flying it now, but she's half blocked. 2 Kilkenny players again come in around her, just don't let her get the shot away too cleanly. The ball is still there. The referee said there is a foul for Wexford, and this one maybe it's just on the edge of the scoring zone. It'll be interesting to see, will they go short, will they go long. It's just there, the 265 lines you can see, so it's probably the guts of, oh, you're talking 63, 64 yards out with a bit of an angle. It probably pushed it out to the 65. The wind has gone down as this ball has been placed on the ground, and there is a chance now for Wexford to just claw themselves back into this a little bit more. They've been slightly on the back foot since their goal almost, you could say, and now they badly need a score. That's what Ciara O'Connor is trying to do. Has Ciara got it? Has she managed to work it in? Yes, she has. And that's when every Wexford supporter here will be delighted to see going over the bar, as they hadn't scored since that goal, but now they can put that right. Ciara O'Connor from a fair distance out put that one over the crossbar. Dropping down again. Sarah O'Connor, Ciara's sister, was trying to get onto that. She has it on the second attempt. She goes to ground. The referee says no foul there, and Kilkenny have it. There is space. They're looking around for a whistle. There was no whistle, and straight through it looked like Katie Nolan picked up that loose ball, said thank you very much, I'll have that all day long. She puts it over, and she's up to number 5 now. She's got 2 from play and 3 from frees, and the Wexford player is down injured after that altercation. Didn't quite see who it was. We were following the play and following Katie Nolan, picking that one up. You could see Katie took a look back there as she went through. They're expecting the referee maybe to blow the whistle. It never came. She kept going and struck it over the bar. 1-1 to 6 points in favour of the All-Ireland champions. Both teams now back up to the 15. All players standing on their feet again and again. It's in the hands of Laura Brennan. She was a 3rd level rising star in 2023. From her college exploits. She's dropped it down. It's dropping down to Kyo now. Kyo has it again. She's been lively for Wexford in this game. She plays that one inside, a lovely low ball inside. It looks like a Fox who has it. Fox who plays out, grips on the hurley. Short grip there back to Kern. Kern tries to be maybe too fancy. Kilkenny read that well. They had 3 or 4 players there around the Wexford player with the ball, around Kern. She was forced into giving that ball, and it wasn't an accurate one. And now Kilkenny, they don't wait around, they play that down inside. But again, it's well read. That Wexford defence has been resolute so far in this game, as O'Dowd plays that one inside as far as Sinnott. Sinnott then gives that up the line. She was looking to give it to Curran. Curran was clearly being pulled back there, and it is going to be a free in. This one is a bit more central. The wind has kicked up since the last free that we saw Ciara O'Connor score. But Ciara's coming out again. Maybe slightly more central, but as we said, the wind will have a factor here. It's kind of a swirling breeze. You can even see, probably can't just see it on camera just yet, but both 65 flags are almost blowing different directions at the moment. But such is the wind here in UPMC Nolan Park as Ciara O'Connor steps over this one. She, of course, suffered a knee injury earlier in this season, but she's back from that. She's in flying form. And has she struck her second of the day? Yes, she has. Good score from Ciara O'Connor, number 2 for her. And that's 1-2 in total for her side. Wexford 1-2, Kilkenny 6 points halfway through this first half. Aoife Norris with the ball, the PE and maths teacher. Plays that long over the 265s. It's dropping, it's bouncing. And it looks like Sarah O'Connor is going to be back there and she's going to pick that one up again. She's been very, very good so far in the opening minutes of this game. She has it now. 3 Wexford players try to close her down, which managed to get it on as far as Emma Walsh. Emma Walsh has 3 Kilkenny players trying to close her down. One of them is Denise Gall. Denise does really well there. Use her physicality and strength, got a stick in there. Managed to stop the clearance. But back come Wexford on the ball again. Again, she's Wexford players not getting that easy as the Kilkenny players just standing her up, not letting them out. And again, Brian Dowling, I'm delighted with that. Brilliant defending. Wexford forced into the foul, and this one is scoreable again. It's inside the 45. The angle isn't too favourable from free taker's point of view, but you would expect them to have a decent effort from here. I think it's going to be Denise Gall who's going to take this one again. And it is. Denise has scored 1 today from a free, hoping to make it 2 from there and further extend her side's lead. Has she managed to catch that? She looks to be happy with that one, and so are the umpires as that one goes over the bar. Number 2 for Denise, and 7 points is what Kilkenny have now in total on that scoreboard. Laura Brennan to the far side of the field. That's dropping. Half a bat came in there from Steffi Fitzgerald. I don't think she got the connection she would have liked, but she has the ball on the second, maybe third attempt. She has the ball back inside there, back as far as it looked like Bulger there of Wexford had it. She plays it inside. There's loads of space in there, but there's no one in there with the purple and gold jersey, and it's easy for Michelle Tehan to go back and gather that one. She has support. She goes short as far as Tiffany Fitzgerald. Tiffany has it, goes past 2 Wexford players, still on the ball, still going strong. She's up to the 45. Oh, the stick pass wasn't brilliant though. It's gone to ground, and there might be a chance for Wexford to turn it over. Good strong work there though by Fitzgerald to recover from that one as she plays it on as far as Clare Phelan. Clare Phelan have turned this into a decent move when it looked like they were going to lose the ball. Denise Gall now. Denise Gall on the back foot, taking that one over the shoulder and over the crossbar. And that is the score today, and it's the first one from play for Denise Gall. Excellent score. It came from one end of the field down to the other end of the field. Denise Gall out in front of her player, took that one on, had the confidence to strike that over the crossbar. Clifford now of Kilkenny. Jenny was brave there, went in. 2 players came in on top of her. She still managed to hold on to the ball. But Wexford on the second attempt have managed to turn this one over. It looks to be O'Dowd back there, and she plays a risky enough one across the field, but it might work out for her. Has it worked out? Yes, the Wexford player has managed to get on the ball there. Good, brave, strong teamwork there between 2 Wexford players from Kilkenny. Have turned it over. They managed to turn that one into a decent effort, but it's gone to the left and wide. And again, it just shows how sharp and fast this Wexford team have to be, because Kilkenny are just coming in on top of them. Any slight mistake has been punished. 1-2 to 8 points in favour of Kilkenny now. Laura Brennan over the 265s. That was going to drop. Who's it going to drop to? Orla was in for that one, but it's Laura Murphy who picks it up. Laura Murphy gives that one on to Kellyanne Doyle. Kellyanne Doyle, lovely little 1-2. Back to Katie Power. Katie Power on the run. She looks up. She's happy with that one. That's over the bar, and that's another fine score. Great team effort between 2 or 3 different players there. And as Katie Power eventually strikes that one over the bar after taking a couple of passes. And Kilkenny are really up and going now, and you can see why they are the All-Ireland champions when they're playing like this. Katie Power, Kilkenny's 3rd scorer of the day. And they lead 9 points to 1-2. Good ball here, dropping around the 45. It's bouncing, but it's going to be red out there. It looks like Fitzgerald knew what she was doing. She let the ball go out. She let the ball do the work, and now she's going to take the line ball just inside her own 45. The referee isn't happy though about something. I'm not sure what it is yet. Is he saying the players were too close as she took that line ball? Are we going to take it again? He's saying plenty with his hands. I'm not sure how much he's saying with his mouth at the moment, because the players still look a little bit confused, but I think we're going to go back and take a line ball again. Was it not from the right position? we're all a small bit confused, but I think we're just going to go back and take that line ball again. A mulligan, as they'd say if this was the golf game, but we're going to go at this again. And Kilkenny have that line ball inside their own 45. So it's Tiffany Fitzgerald, the Young Ireland's player. Decent connection on that one, knocks that one forward over the 265s, dropping straight into the hands of Sarah O'Connor. Sarah looks up, she's trying to play that one into Fox. Kilkenny's defence is just too strong on this occasion, and Michelle Tehan is out. Michelle Tehan did well. She was the only one at home for Kilkenny there. She had to win that. She did. She was fouled, and now we have a free out. So into the final 10 minutes of this first half. Claire Phelan goes fairly central with that one. It's going to drop down there. Again, Kilkenny are out in front. They're alert. That was Jenny Clifford. Jenny Clifford was on her knees and she seemed to lose it. Wexford did well there to turn that one over. There could have been danger, and that one is played up the line again. Straight up as far as Shelley Keogh. Shelley Keogh looking across the field. Again, it's one-on-one inside here. It's putting a lot of pressure on the defence. Claire O'Connor only needs one chance. Ciara O'Connor, she nearly got it there as she was in. They're really trying to isolate her inside in that full forward position. She'll feel she only needs to win one ball. The Kilkenny defender needs to win every single one of them. But so far, that is exactly what has happened. And that's cleared down the line there by Phelan. Phelan plays that down, and Kilkenny, again, are out in front. They're winning that ball time and time again. That is a good ball then. The runner is onto this. It's Kellyanne Doyle. Kellyanne Doyle, half a hook there. The referee's hand up. He has given the free. Maybe she knew that was coming. Kellyanne Doyle trying to get her shot away there. And we're going to come back for a free in just on the edge of the D. It looks like Katie Nolan is going to take this. The Wexford manager not happy he's here in front of us. I don't know, can you catch that here on the camera? Colin Sutherland having a word with the fourth official there. He's not happy with how things are going at the moment. I think he might feel that Ciara O'Connor was fouled inside the last time the ball went up. But the referee's decision is final, and he has decided it's going to be a free in for Kilkenny, and it's going to be Katie Nolan to take this one from just on the edge of the D. She's having a good game from the frees so far in this one. That's just another one for her. She knocks that one over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points for her today. 4 of them coming from frees. Now 10 points to 1-2. Wexford need to get the next score, they'll feel. 5 points down now. 8 minutes left in this first half as the clouds start to darken overhead, and that one is taken up there by Phelan now. Phelan has it, little pop pass outside as far as Laura Murphy. Laura Murphy now has the ball. Another good hand pass clear in as far as Steffi Fitzgerald. Steffi has it now. Where's she looking around? Good stick pass onto Katie Power. Nearly too good. There was too much power on that, and Power wasn't able to control it, but straight out there came O'Dowd, and O'Dowd wins that ball for Wexford and plays it up the line. Wexford need to get something going, and maybe this is it. Emma Walsh, what a turn, what a spin as she plays that down. Oh, again, that Kilkenny high wall, we'll call it. They're sitting there on that 45, not letting the ball go in past them. And they've managed to work it out again. It's a good tactic. It's working for them so far today. Jenny Clifford picks that one up again. Well read there. That was very good play there by Orla Sinnott. Orla Sinnott again plays it into this one-on-one situation we're seeing inside. Now it's knocked in as far as Fox. Fox has it. Chloe Fox has been held, but she's still going. Here goes Fox. Can she manage to find the net? She's lost to Hurley. She still has the ball though. It's still there. We're all looking at the referee. Is he going to make a decision? His decision is play on. That was all fair, as it looked like Fox lost to Hurley. She may have been pulled as well. The referee says play on. And Kilkenny have managed to weather that storm once again, and look what they're going to do now. Can they play it down and get a score from it? No, they can't on this occasion. That one is brilliantly read by Aoife Dunn. Aoife Dunn, maybe the adrenaline was up there because that hand pass maybe was slightly more power on that than she wanted. So as this one is played back into O'Connor, O'Connor doesn't get to it on this occasion. Looks like Grace Walsh is over there. Oh, what a stick there from O'Connor. Just put it in around Walsh and maybe win the ball. It's still there, it's still been fought for. It's just inside. Grace Walsh not giving up on this one, but it's gone out of play and it's gone against her. And it is going to be an attacking line ball to Wexford, and they worked hard for that one. They'll know they need a score for this one. It's been quite some time since they got the last score. They're 5 points down. And you can see the flag on the far side of the field. She is playing it into that fairly stiff breeze. A sideline cut that goes directly over the bar, of course, is worth 2 points in the Camogie Championship. Has that managed to do it? Where's it can? Oh, I don't know that they know too much about that in the goal either, as that one seemed to just go out right and wide. They could have done that one going either over the bar or under the bar. There's not too much difference in it. As I said, if it goes over the bar, it's 2 points, but that one's well struck. It had plenty of pace on it, and it was definitely lost in the air, but it goes out to the right and wide. The referee now having a word with Colin Sunderland on the sideline. Again, I'm not sure what that's about. We were looking at the replay there, but I don't think there's been too many changes. I think we're going to get going again with the ball in the hands of Aoife Norris of Kilkenny. Oh, and that point was actually given. What an absolutely fantastic score. And look at the scoreboard now. They get to 2 points for that. Not something we see very often. And it's something we really, really want to see more in this game. We'll have to talk about that again later as Wexford come back on the attack. But what a fantastic score. That's a real 2-pointer. And it's something I wish the umpires had got right in the first place, because it does need to be celebrated more when you see scores like that. But that has changed the complexion of this game. 1-4 now to 10 points in favour of Kilkenny. 5 minutes left in this first half. And this game is all to play for again. So 1-4 now to 10 points, as we mentioned. That spectacular sideline effort struck straight over the crossbar after the referee went in and had a chat with his umpires. Decided it had gone over the bar, and that'll give him a huge boost. So we're just paused here as the Wexford player receives a bit of attention. We're trying to have a look here with our tech team, just have a look back on that point to see, would we agree, was it a point, did it go straight over? Not incredibly easy to see from our angle. We have to rely on the referee and the umpires who had a better view of it, and they decided that had gone over the bar. So 1-4 to 10 points. And what a historic score almost. As I said, you don't see that too often. And will that change the game? Will it bring Wexford? Well, it has brought him a lot closer to Kilkenny as we head towards that half-time whistle. And it's O'Connor on the ball again. Ciara O'Connor driving forward. Can she get a score? She's been well closed down. The ball is still there. She's gone to ground. The referee says, what has he decided? He's blowing the whistle. Has he given a penalty? Has he given a free out? He hasn't made up his mind just yet. Again, he's having a little chat with a lot of players in there. He's walking towards his umpires, is he, to try and make a decision on it. Again, we wait with bated breath to see what the decision was. The players are heading out of the parallelogram. What has he decided? He's going to give a throw in on the 21, which I don't think Wexford will be delighted about, but they might have a chance to capitalise on this. The ball is thrown in again. O'Connor is involved in that. No, he hasn't actually let the ball down just yet. It's almost something like you do with your dog when you pretend to throw in the ball and he chases it. The ball hasn't gone in at all. But Wexford have the ball now. Now they're going forward now for a difficult enough angle. Can they manage to work a score from there? Kate Corwin has managed to turn that into gold. She seemed to be heading towards the corner flag. She managed to get the shot off, strikes it over the crossbar. Now with just 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes left of this first half, there's only 2 points in it. Kilkenny a little bit shell-shocked, having conceded that line ball and then that point there. That's the equivalent of a goal they've conceded in the last couple of minutes. Just 2 points in this, so they'll feel they'll want to get another couple of scores before half-time, and that's gone out on the far side of the field, and it's going to be a line ball to Wexford. Oh, not a brilliant connection on that one. Is it going to come back? It's going to be a do-over. But this time Kilkenny are going to have the chance inside their 45 now. They'll have a chance to launch an attack from in here. They're looking around. Can they copy what Wexford did down at the other end? No, they're going short in as far as Jenny Clifford. Jenny Clifford spins her player. She's still going forward. Jenny takes a step out to give herself a bit of space, a bit of time, and that's all she needed. As she just took a step away from the crowd, steadied herself, struck it over the bar. That's her first one of the day. And now 4 of the 6 Kilkenny forwards have registered a score here in this first round of this All-Ireland Glen Dimplex Senior Championship. 5 to 11 points. That one is dropping around to 45. 2 Kilkenny players go for it. A couple of hands go for it. It's still there. It's dropping. A little bit of a ruck comes around and Kilkenny have it now. But the Wexford players again, one of them is Shelley Keogh. Shelley Keogh puts that back down inside. Again, there's plenty of space, not a huge amount of players in there maybe to exploit that space, and that's why it's there. Again, huge work right there from O'Connor. She seems to have injured herself as she did that one. She's holding her leg slightly in a strange way. Let's hope she's okay after that one, as she threw herself into that one, wasn't letting the ball out. She's a niece of the great George O'Connor of Wexford, of course, a man who's got cult hero status in the county. And she didn't lick it off the ground, as they say. She jumped into that one headlong, maybe injured herself. Hopefully she'll be okay from a Wexford perspective to play on. She's down receiving a bit of attention as we speak. So 8 points to 11. O'Connor has had a great first 29.5 minutes, and we're going to have 2 minutes added on. We just see the board here in front of us. 2 minutes to be added on in this first half, and maybe that will even change as a result of the stoppage here. Ciara O'Connor has been down for the last 30 seconds or so, so maybe that will be added on as well. That remains to be seen. But it has been an excellent match so far. So we're going to get going. It looks like with a throw in. We've seen plenty of throw balls so far in this game. We're going to have yet another one here. And it looks like Linda Bulger's in that one for Wexford. Has she managed to get it? And Ciara O'Connor is up on her feet again, which is an encouraging point of view. That's played inside as far as Keogh now. Keogh has a bit of space. She has support inside. She can get the ball up. She can't. The referee says play on. He was nearly doing jazz hands there to indicate play on. That one was half blocked. It's still there. It's dropping inside the 14. And Kilkenny have managed to get onto that one. Really good play from them. It got to stick in, got to block on, because Wexford had 2 or 3 players over there. The goal looked at their mercy, but now we're all the way down the other end of the field where Ciara O'Connor has it. Ciara has thrown onto the ground. And it's picked up there by Kellyanne Doyle. Kellyanne Doyle has support from Denise Gall, but she couldn't get the pass away. The ball is grand to ground. She's lost it. Orla Sinnott did well there to get a hurley in there. The ball is still on the ground, still not been won cleanly. And it's Wexford who have it again. Now they're coming out. They want to finish with a couple of scores before half time, but they've dropped it just as I say that. It's well picked up there by Power. Power gives that inside as far as Malone. Malone plants her 2 feet, steadies herself, looks up at them posts, and then strikes the ball directly between them. And Malone gets her first score. That's 5 of the 6 forwards for Kilkenny now are all on the scoreboard. And the Wexford physio is coming on to the field. I don't see a Wexford player down at the moment, but he's running on. He's going to talk to the referee. He's going to run straight across to the other side of the field, I think, though, as there's a Wexford player who was down for a couple of seconds, but she's back up again. So his journey may have been in vain, and I presume these couple of minutes will be added on. We heard 2 minutes. We've played 1 minute and 23 seconds of them. We heard 2 minutes would be added on as Brian Dowling shows he's still got her as he knocks the ball in there down towards the Wexford goalie. She chooses to ignore that though, and she's going to play. I'm going to play with a Wexford ball if you don't mind. So here comes Laura Brennan. Laura Brennan goes short as far as Ciara Story. Ciara looks up, plenty of power and distance on that one. Drops it over to 45. A hand goes up, well taken. Claimed out of the sky there, well won, and Wexford can start their attack now, or Kilkenny I should say, can start their attack from back there. That was well taken, Barry. Looked like it was maybe Phelan who won that, but either way Kilkenny have that ball down now, back down inside there. A robust challenge coming in there, a couple of robust challenges there. One of them was in on Aoife Doyle. Kilkenny have it back now, little stick inside. Wexford just have the players in the right position to shut that out, and that's played up the line again. The pass didn't go directly to hand, but on the second attempt it looks like over there Emma Walsh has it now of Wexford. She's turned over though, Kilkenny back on the ball. We've played over the 2 minutes we were judged to have, or going to have, in injury time. We're gone over them, but there was a couple of stoppages in that 2 minutes, so it isn't a surprise as Aoife Doyle tries to go down that. The referee says, yeah, I gave you 25 seconds extra, that's all you're going to get. So the half-time score, after what has been a pulsating game, Kilkenny 12 points, Wexford 1-5. It really did ebb and flow that first half. Wexford got off to an electric start with Shelley Keogh getting that goal in the opening couple of minutes. After that, Kilkenny did get the next 3 scores and were fairly dominant for the next maybe 10 or 15 minutes. But then Wexford got that line ball out there around the 21, which of course, as we mentioned a few times, is worth 2 points in Camogie. It was well struck, it was knocked over the bar. They knocked on another one then after that. It was Kate Kerwin who knocked another one over then. And that just made it a 2-point game. Since then, Kilkenny have kicked on a smaller. What's really, really close so far. So the half-time score here in UPMC Nolan Park is Kilkenny 12 points, Wexford 1-5. We're going to pause and take a quick break, but we'll be back with full coverage of the second half very shortly. welcome back to UPMC Nolan Park for this second half clash between Kilkenny and Wexford. Half-time score, Kilkenny 12 points, Wexford 1-5. We're keeping an eye out to see if there are any changes. Can't see any just yet. We'll bring them to you as we spot them as this game gets going. The highlight of that first half, Ciara O'Connor sideline puck from about 14 yards out, straight over the crossbar. What an effort from her as the ball is about to be thrown in here by Andrew Larkin of Cork, and we're up and going for the second half. And it looks like Kilkenny are going to win this one, are they? It's still on the ground, but Wexford have turned that one over back as far as Sarah O'Connor. She was brilliant in that first half, and she clears that ball down again, starting the second half as she played in the first. But good defending back there is Grace Walsh. She's out. She's been relatively quiet, but that's a good sign of a full back, I suppose, as she wins that ball, plays it up as far as Denise Gall. Denise Gall then gives it on as far as Katie Power. Katie Power puts that across, well taken out of the sky there by Emma Walsh. Emma Walsh plays that in then as far as O'Dowd. O'Dowd spins out of 2 tackles there, still on the ball, puts the ball on the stick, tries to go past 3 or 4 Kilkenny players, but she's lost it, gives it straight back to where it came from, and in comes Clifford. Jenny Clifford then plays that inside. Now there's a chance for Doyle. Doyle plays it inside, and we're in for a goal. Malone goes low. They throw hurleys at her, but she still manages to hit that one low into the back of the net, and Malone gets an early goal for Kilkenny to get them on running for the second half. Malone was just waiting there. She was in loads of time and space. The pass was spotted, and she had a very easy task in the end. She went low and into the back of the net. 1-12 to 1-5 now. That puts a completely different complexion on this game, as the ball is back in the hands of Laura Brennan of Wexford. Slightly shell shocked from that one, you'd imagine. And the Wexford defender getting a speaking to there for throwing the hurley. She did everything she could to try and stop it there. The Ciara story, the referee just letting us know why that one was there, so that's a card for Ciara story there, but it didn't do enough to put off Malone as she finished that one to the net. Ball dropping now, big clash there coming in. The ball is still hopping around there. Wexford have picked this up again. They know they need to probably get the next score, but they don't have it now. It looks like it's Denise Gall now. Denise Gall on the ball. In fact, it wasn't. In fact, it was Eva Doyle. Eva Doyle does really well there. Brushed past 2 or 3 tackles, shortened up the grip in the hurley and put her over the bar. Her first score of this game, and now all 6 of Kilkenny's starting forwards have scored. Wexford goes short with the puck out. That one is dropped over the 265s. It's bounced around the 45. Over again comes Grace Walsh. Grace, we mentioned it earlier, her brother Tommy is here. He's watching on, but there was a good stick went in there and Grace didn't get everything she wanted there. She's lost the ball, but it's quickly taken. And Kilkenny are back in possession of the ball. They've been pinned in there. Good strong work over there on the far side of the field by Chloe Cash. She's still working hard, not letting the Kilkenny girls get out easy with this. They've managed to work it out though between 2 or 3 of them as it comes across to Denise Gall again. Denise has it. Denise has been well marshalled there. Corwin is on her back, but Gall still has it. Gall is 3 points from that first half as she plays that one into space. Clifford is out in front. Clifford has a bit of space. If she can get this up first time, she could cause damage. She has a runner over the top. That runner is Nolan. Nolan now has it. She's been well marshalled, but she has support inside. Now is there a chance for Doyle. Doyle been pushed out on the back foot as she strikes that, but she looked confident again as she struck that. She may not have been steady, but that didn't matter to Kellyanne Doyle as she puts that over the bar. 1-14 now to 1-5. Kellyanne Doyle just had the wherewithal, just had the composure. Shake off the tackle and put it over the bar. Wexford sticking to the short puck outs here in the early stages of this second half, and they've played that one long again over the 265. It's dropped. 2 players come in on top of that. The referee says no foul there, Divin. He's saying get up and play on as Grace Walsh arrows this one across the field, but it's well intercepted. Corwin just couldn't control it, and it's been wooed back there by Denise Gall. Denise has it now, another diagonal ball across the field where there's acres of space again if Kilkenny can get the ball in accurately, and now they have it. They turn, they spin, and there is a chance of another score coming in there. Well blocked there. Jenny Clifford tried to get that one away. We're going to come back for a free. Jenny Clifford was trying to get her shot away. She was fouled as she tried to do that. We're going to come back for a free, and it's going to be taken by Katie Nolan. Katie has 6 from that first half, trying to make it number 7, and a Wexford player out there receiving a talking to from the referee. And a yellow card there, and another chance for Wexford to extend the lead. It looks like O'Dowd got that yellow card there for Wexford. So 2 of their full back line now on yellows. As Kilkenny again have a chance to push a little bit forward through Katie Nolan to push a bit further ahead. Doesn't get as great a connection as she would have liked with that one. It could have snuck in, it didn't. It's went to the left and wide. 114 to 1-5 the score remains, and Wexford waste no time at all in turning that one around. It's dropping around to 45. It's cleared out up the line, dropping over to 45, bouncing, caught there. Good hands there from the Wexford forward as that one is played in as far as Fox plays that across the field again. Grace Walsh has been very dominant in the opening stages of this second half. She's all over the play as that one Denise Gall tries to control it. She doesn't manage to do too well as Curran has it again. Curran steps back inside, still Curran on the ball. Just with the stick there, feeds that one forward, keeps her run going as it's played back outside as far as Fox now. 3 Kilkenny players try to stand her up. Fox is still going strong. Brian Dowell, the Kilkenny manager, thinks that should be a free out. He doesn't get it as that one goes back to Curran. Curran plays a lovely ball over the top into Keogh. She got that goal in the first half. She's hoping to try and come into the game a little bit more in this second half. She's well marshalled there again, Grace Walsh. That must be the 6 or 7 possession she's picked up in this second half. She plays that one forward up as far as Tian now. Tian comes across again, dropping between the 260 or just short of the 265s as Denise Gall gets that one. She feeds that one on. The hand pass didn't have as much power or accuracy as she would have liked, and Wexford have turned this one over. Comes back outside as far as Wexford captain Curran, but it's going to drop short. They could have done with a score there. They don't get it, and again it's Grace Walsh, the nurse based in Dublin, who gets that one and launches it again. It's 1-on-2 in favour of Wexford up here, but it looks like it's the one who's going to get it. It's Kilkenny who have it, and they're going forward again here through Nolan. Nolan has it. She's been swung from all directions. She ends up on the ground, but she ends up with a free. Nolan, we saw her miss a free a couple of seconds ago, but her confidence didn't take any dent from that as she was out confidently in front of her marker there, got the ball. 2 players had to come in on top of her eventually to bring her down, but bring her down they did, and she wins her side a free as Denise Gall is going to take this one. Denise has 3 points already in this game, 2 from frees and 1 from play. 6-time All-Star Denise Gall, won her latest one last year. And Wexford are about to make a change there. It looks like number 20, Anya Lacey, coming onto the field. She is going to replace Shelley Keogh, the goal scorer. So on comes Lacey for Keogh. Lacey has come onto the field. I think she's looking around. She's not sure. Has Keogh gone off the field just yet? But we're going to follow the play here as Denise Gall is standing over this one, and Lacey has just made her way onto the field. Here goes Denise Gall on her left. And that is Acro right behind that one here. No doubt about that one as that goes over the bar. Number 4 for Denise Gall. And we get the confirmation of Anya Lacey coming onto the field from the PA system here in UPMC Nolan Park. Ball has dropped again. Wexford have it. They know they need a score, and that's what they're trying to do at this stage. Good strong work, good running there by O'Connor. O'Connor tried to hand pass it on in as far as Sinna, but again Kilkenny, as they have been all day, so strong, so resolute, but Wexford managed to work it out. And is that the player who's just in? Was that Lacey, who just came straight into the play here and has won her side a free? And what a contribution to make, having just been on the field a matter of seconds. And it looks like Denise Gall now is going to have a chat with the referee. In fact, it's gone the other direction, and it's going to be a talking to for Chloe Fox. And Fox receives a yellow card. But her side still get the free. And it's going to be Ciara O'Connor to take this one. Ciara, 2 frees in that first half, as well as that sideline. So 4 points to her name. Just inside the 65. Is she going to go direct? Is she going to go short? She looks like she's going kind of halfway between the two of them. It's bouncing. Oh, she was hoping someone might get a touch on that. That touch didn't come, and it goes out and wide. And very quickly, Aoife Norris gets onto that one, and she's dropping it in again between 265. One hand pull up the line there from Malone. Malone has a goal already from the early stages of this half. But Wexford have turned that over, and now the good strong running Sarah O'Connor goes one way, then the other, plays it inside. There's no one at all, no one inside the 45 in a Wexford jersey, so she was forced into the strike there that she wasn't overly comfortable making, and eventually it goes harmlessly to the left and wide, and that's 2 chances that Wexford would have been hoping to get score from, but they get nothing in the end. Still 1-15 to 1-5. That scoreboard has really changed since the start of this second half. Kilkenny have really powered forward. I suppose the most notable score, if you're just joining us late, was Malone's goal there in the opening moments of that second half, of this second half I should say. And Kilkenny are back on the ball again, they're back on the attack, but Wexford are getting enough numbers in there. They know this is only early stages of this competition. They're out next week against Tipperary. Tipperary, incidentally, the last we heard, about a minute left in their game, which started an hour before this game, they were 12 points up in that one, so I think we can take it at Tipperary have got the result there against Dublin in the opening round of this game, and we go back live here, and Wexford have won themselves a free as Chloe Fox was fouled as she was approaching the 45. 2 hands came in around her, says the match referee Andrew Larkin. It's going to be a free just outside that 45. Again, that one is low, it's dangerous, it's dropping in there. Where's it going to go? A touch came in on that one, but it's not knocked anywhere near the goals really, and it's easy for Aoife Norris to pick that one up. Good accurate ball out of her up as far as Katie Power. Katie Power then feeds that one on. It's dropped there, but Kellyanne Doyle gets it on the second attempt. She has runners outside her. That's Fitzgerald now. Steffi Fitzgerald on the left plays it inside. Good short stick pass passing inside, but it wasn't picked up there by Nolan. She got a hand in it but just couldn't hold it. Now it's dropped. Oh, what a take. Well taken out of the sky there again by Fox. Fox plays that on, and Wexford, was there a slap on the hand there maybe as Anne Kern goes down? Anne is back up again, but she felt that one. I think the referee is saying, I think he might be saying it was more or less an accident. He's not going to give any cards or anything like that out at the moment, and Kern is back up on her feet, the Wexford captain. And is there another sub? There is a sub there for Kilkenny, number 20. Asha McHardy is coming onto the field. And off comes Laura Murphy. So both sides now have made one change. And Kilkenny have a free here just between the two 65s. Short ball out as far as Fitzgerald now. Fitzgerald puts another diagonal ball. That is something Kilkenny are trying to use a lot. And they have a chance here, heading away from goal, trying to make the angle for herself. A stick came in there and it's cleared, it's picked up there by Anya Lacey of Wexford, and she tries to play it down, and there is a foul coming in there, and it's a chance for Wexford to maybe get another score. 1-15 to 1-5. They probably need a goal at this stage. They need a couple of scores at the very least, but here goes Ciara O'Connor now. Again, she had one from a very similar situation maybe 5 minutes ago. That one fell short. She'll be hoping to do better with this one. Again, the breeze has more or less died down as O'Connor goes for this one. And it's gone to the left and wide. And Wexford really could have done with that one. That's maybe the last 3 chances. They've come away with nothing from 3 fairly promising attacking setups, but 3 wide is what the end result was. That one is dropping again, and Kilkenny have picked up the loose ball there in plenty of space. It's Kellyanne Doyle, 1 point already in this game, tries the hockey style, maybe take it around 2 or 3 players. There's no room for that here in UPMC. Nolan Park has a big ruck of players come in on top of that one. 3 or 4 fall to the ground. I imagine the ball is going to be thrown in again, and that's exactly what happens. You could see Anne Kern just throwing up the ball there, saying, come on, get this done quick. I want the ball to be thrown in so we can try and get a couple of scores, and Wexford have won this. They won that there through Kerwin. Kerwin got that one, played it back inside. It's going to be picked up. Good touch there by Michelle Teahan, but Michelle Teahan has gone to ground. Lacey put in a tackle on her. It's still there. Teahan's going in for a second bite of the cherry. Does she have it? They're calling in the reinforcements. A couple of the Kilkenny players were there, but I think the referee is going to be forced to throw in the ball again. 42 minutes gone here in this game. 18 minutes left. 1-15 to 1-5 in favour of the All-Ireland champions and hosts today, Kilkenny. Chloe Cash trying to get onto that. She managed to kick it clear. Oh, there is a Wexford player in a bit of space. It's Linda Bulger. Linda Bulger over the 21. She's still going strong. She has to be thinking about a goal. Here goes Bulger. She finds the net. And maybe, just maybe, Wexford have found a lifeline and can claw their way back into this game as Linda Bulger finds the net. She was all on her own inside, picked it up, and the D was a really good pass, really good vision. Had a small little bit of work to do, but by God did she do it. She finds the net. Now 2-5 to 1-15. That's 11 points to 18. Still a bit of a hill to climb, but it's not a mountain anymore. They've reduced it down to a hill, but they do need to get the next couple of scores. 42 minutes 30 seconds is what we see on the clock here, and again Wexford are back in with a chance of getting a score as they have won a free. As we mentioned a few minutes ago, they haven't converted the last couple. They have been on top. Maybe Kilkenny have taken the foot off the gas slightly, and Wexford will want to make them pay for that as that one is played into Ciara O'Connor. Ciara O'Connor again goes to ground as she picked that one up. The referee says play on. The hurley is lost there. Kilkenny just kick it forward up as far as Malone now. Malone has it. Again, good work inside. As that's played out again, it looks like it's Cash on the ball. Cash has 2 Kilkenny players on her. One of them seems to be holding her hurley. The referee says play on, tells her get up and play on, and Kilkenny have managed to turn that one over, and that's played down inside, and again Wexford are on to this one. But is it going to be a chance for Kilkenny to maybe take that bit of pressure off them for a couple of seconds, as they've been under the thumb for the last maybe 3 or 4 minutes? Good, strong and working there. It looks like Katie Nolan, and listen to the crowd here. They really, really don't like that one. Or the Wexford supporters here, maybe that's what we heard, but it's going to be a free out and a chance for Wexford to launch something from here. Sarah O'Connor has the ball. If they could get a goal here, it would really make the last 15 minutes here very, very interesting as Sarah O'Connor picks this one up. She's standing over this one. There's a few options inside. There's 3 or 4, maybe even 5 Wexford players in around the house. But this one is going high. Where's it going to drop? Oh, it dropped, it bounced, and it would have been something the Wexford forwards would have hoped to get something on that. They don't want that bouncing out wide, but that's exactly what happened, and the score remains 2-5 to 115 in favour of Kilkenny. As Aoife Norris plays that one down the line again. Kellyanne Doyle is out in front. Kellyanne Doyle has it. She plays it up the line. There's a few players calling for it. Don't know will she manage to find any of them though, as it's half cut out, but it might have been too hard for Laura Dempsey to get onto that one, but they have it again in the second attempt. Laura does the old brick flick out, and Wexford give it to one of their standout players today, Sarah O'Connor. Sarah O'Connor drops that one around the 45. What a take, what a pair of hands, and here we go into her sister, Ciara O'Connor. Ciara O'Connor has support left and right, but she's dragged down. The referee has the hand up. It is going to be a free in. Grace Walsh pulled her down, felt she had no option only to pull her down. Ciara O'Connor was coming through on the goal, one thing on her mind, had options left and right if she wanted to take them. And Grace Walsh felt she only had one option to bring her down. It's a yellow card, and in fact it wasn't Grace Walsh, it was Tiffany Fitzgerald who seemed to get that yellow card. She was forced into making that foul, but Ciara O'Connor, if she had got 1 or 2 steps away, that one was heading for the roof of the net. Maybe there'll be a chance here with this one. "46 minutes we see on the clock here in UPMC Nolan Park as the run and repairs continue out there. There's a bit of a surge. You can feel the crowd here starting to get excited, especially the ones wearing purple and gold. Although the lead is still fairly substantial at 7 points, 1-15, that's 18. 2-5, that's 11, so still 7 in this, but a goal here would really change this, and you'd imagine that must be what's on their mind. So 4 Kilkenny players on the line, 3 in the goalie, as this 21-yard free is about to be struck by Ciara O'Connor. 2 frees already in this game on that sideline. She has to be thinking about goal. She has to be going for a goal here. Ciara O'Connor, the St. Martin's player. Here she goes with this one. She decides, did she get an instruction from the sideline just as she struck that one over the bar? I suppose both selectors and officials here from Wexford both gave her a cheer, so leads us to believe she was told to put that one over the bar. And maybe there is still time, is what they'll say. 1-15 to 2-6 now in favour of Kilkenny. But will they get a better chance than that to score a goal? It remains to be seen, but they come on the attack once more. Maybe that was the wise decision. We'll only find out in the next couple of minutes or so as Cash comes onto the ball again. She's been excellent for Wexford in the last 5 or 6 minutes as well, trying to drive forward. Now Anya Lacey, who's come on as a sub in the last 4 or 5 minutes. Can Lacey get a score? Yes, she can. And that's 2 in a row now for Wexford. And the fight back is well and truly on. Difficult enough angle. She was out by the sideline, came out of a bit of a ruck of players, had the confidence to take that one on, to say to the management team, I should be starting every day. And she's gone the right way about it so far, but it's now Kilkenny who come on the attack through Malone. Malone takes that into the hand, goes past a couple of players, but they were coming back for a foul. The referee says the tug on the jersey. The Kilkenny supporters might feel they were in possession of the ball and maybe the same thing would have happened anyway. Either way, they're going to come back for a free. Denise Gall is going to take this one, and it gives her a chance to push Kilkenny back out to 7 if she can get this one. Denise has 4, 3 in the first half, 1 in the second. Her only score in the second half coming from a free. Can she make it 2 from frees in this second half? Yes, she can. There's no doubt at all about it. And that just gives Kilkenny that little bit of a cushion. Wexford had got the last couple of scores, but Denise Gall just steps up there, and now it's 1-16, that's 19 to 2-7, that's 13. So there we have it with 48 coming up on 49 minutes gone in this game. That one drops, it falls kindly to a Kilkenny player as they come out driving out of defence there. Nice one up the line. That was Doyle. Doyle plays that one forward. She's looking for the return. She was looking at her from Denise Gall. She has it. She tried to get out of it. In fact, that was McCarty who was trying to get the ball back. She doesn't get it. And look who's coming out though. It's Kern for Wexford. The referee had a long look at that and said play on as Kern feeds that one forward. It's just not enough Wexford players up there at the moment. Kilkenny outnumbered them 2-1 on that occasion. Good ball up to Denise Gall. Great control out of her. Managed to buy herself a second, but she ran into a Wexford wall there. She went down maybe slightly easy. She went to ground. The referee says get up, play on. This is championship. This is what happens as that one is played into Cash. Now Cash couldn't get onto that. Dealey came across her, made sure it wasn't easy for her. And we're going to come back now. The referee is going to come back. It looks like he wants to have a word possibly with Denise Gall, maybe explain his decision for not giving her a free. I think that's what's going to happen. Denise is doing a few stretches. I think she felt. That's exactly Andrew Lacey. Just explain, and there was two girls standing in front of you. You ran into him. There was no foul there, says the referee. Kilkenny about to make two subs here as well. Look like number 17 and number 18 about to come onto the field. Michaela Keneally about to come on. And Aoife Prendergast, also number 18, about to come onto the field. So we're just waiting for confirmation on that. As Keneally has made her way onto the field, and now we have Prendergast. And Jenny Clifford makes her way off the field. As does Katie Nolan. What a performance she put in, especially in that first half. She goes off the field after scoring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. So she'll be happy with how she's played, as will Jenny Clifford. Now the ball is in again. The referee threw that in straight away. He didn't want any kind of bit of a schmozzle to break out. He throws it in, and Kilkenny picked that one up. And look at the pace here. Look at the speed driving out there, all the way up there. Kellyanne Doyle plays it inside. Now Kilkenny have a chance of a score, and well worked up as far as McCarty. McCarty had plenty of time and space, and that really is the score of champions. Really, they were under the cosh, but now look back up at that scoreboard again. They're just able to get scores from all over the place, and that is the difference, I suppose. Wexford about to make another change. Their number 21, Emma Tompkins, coming onto the field as well for them. So a couple of changes now, as you'd expect in this game. These players are going to be playing in again in 2 weeks' time. A couple of the Wexford players, in fact, are dual players. They'll be involved again tomorrow as Wexford are out. The ball is still there though. Kilkenny fine for this one, so too Wexford, just between the 45 and the 65. Not coming up easy again. The referee really left in no choice this time, only to throw in the ball. He looks like he's been told something there. He's going to throw in the ball. The ball is behind his back. He just wants a bit of space to throw in the ball. Just under 8 minutes of normal time to go in this one, and both teams really fine for this one, despite the score, despite maybe the fact Kilkenny are, what are they, a good few points up at this stage. 117, that's 20, 2-7, that's 13, 7 points up at this stage, with just coming up on 7 minutes left. Wexford haven't given up on this one though, still fighting hard. And look who's coming out with this one again. Good work there by Kellyanne Doyle as she throws that one backwards as far as Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets half a shot on that one, but managed to get up as far as Fitzgerald again. Fitzgerald goes to ground, and then Kern picks her one up. The team captain, Kern, with a shot. And as we've already seen far too often from a Wexford perspective, these shots are just dropping short and wide, and they need every one of them to go over. As Denise Gall picks this one up in plenty of time and space. Thought about letting that one in long, maybe thought about it too long as she was half hooked there. Manages to pick it up in the second attempt. Ashley puts the ball on the stick and goes forward, has the board inside, plays it inside there as far as Keneally. Keneally is well stopped there. Brilliant set of skill there by Sarah O'Connor. Just read that ball really well and play it out and give Wexford a chance to maybe get a goal or a score from here as Kern plays that one down inside. Good ball down inside to the player who's not on too long, Tompkins. Tompkins doesn't manage to get to that one. It's still there down by the end line. O'Connor putting pressure on. Kilkenny trying to get out. Grace Walsh now. Walsh has it down by the sideline, and the referee has said it's going to be a free in for a swipe, is what seems to be the action he's saying there. It's going to be a free in for Wexford. They're looking to get the ball. You imagine they'll try to take this one as quickly as they can, but they don't seem to be in a huge hurry just yet. Now they start to up the pace a small bit. Ciara O'Connor, she must be tired though. She's played 53, coming up on 54 minutes, and has given it her all. As O'Connor steps over this one just outside the 21. Not an easy angle, but you'd imagine she'll knock this over for a point. They had one a lot more central maybe 5 or 6 minutes ago. O'Connor put over the bar when maybe the goal was there for the taking. They knocked that one over. Another point for O'Connor. 6 points for O'Connor today. But will it be enough? As Norris on the ball again, comes up to the edge of the parallelogram and launches that one, dropping down inside. Well taken. Oh, good bit of work there. She had to be ferocious. She had to be brave there. Tompkins, she got the ball, manages to play it on, manages to knock it up as far as Power now. Power has the ball. Oh, does she still have it? It's hard to see if she still manages to get to it from there. Dropping again. Wexford turn this one over. Good ball up inside. Now things open up a small bit. Fox just doesn't get the purchase on that she would have liked. She was closed down and the ball has gone the other way. And Kilkenny will be delighted about that one. Looks like Wexford were going to maybe test them once more, but it didn't work on that occasion. And we're going to pause now for another respite, I suppose, as a couple of the players are getting a bit of attention. They've played 55 minutes in this close, muggy conditions. Not easy for them. A couple of players even taking the helmets off to get a bit of a breather. There's a yellow card there. I think it was for Anya Lacey of Wexford there. She already has a point now. She has a yellow card to add to her tally. 5 minutes to go here. And score difference might be something that Wexford are thinking about. 2 teams come out of the group. Of course, the top team will go into the semi-final. There's a draw. 3 teams will top. There's 3 groups, so 3 winners will come out. 2 of them go directly into a semi-final. The other team goes into a quarter-final. And if you finish second in the group, you also go into the quarter-final. So that could be an issue. Tip and Dublin also in this group. This one is dropping in. It's dropping in. It's been well marshaled, well watched the whole way in there. You have to credit Laura Brennan. She did well. Her clearance was blocked, I should say. It goes out, goes harmlessly wide on this occasion. 2-8 to 117, 4 minutes to go. Brennan gives that one out relatively short, and Wexford play that through the lines, through their hands, and then they launch it down inside. Oh, what a rob there. Now there's a chance for Wexford. There is support inside if she wants it. She releases that. She's fouled after she releases it. But O'Connor gets another score, and she's been magnificent today. That's her first score from play in this second half. But she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, as well as that sideline, of course, in this game. Great display from the St. Martin's player. Back down there again. It's picked up by Dempsey. Dempsey been forced back over to 45. She's gone to ground, though. Again, 4, 5, 6 players in around this. You imagine the referee will be forced to throw this in if someone doesn't come out with it in the next couple of seconds. Who is going to come out with it? It looks like, is it a Wexford player? Yes, it is. They managed to clear that one up the line again, up as far as Curran. Curran turns and strikes that one in. And who's going to pick it up there? It looks like it's Phelan. Phelan has lost it, but Kilkenny hold on to it, which is the important thing from their point of view. Driving forward, good, strong running, great pace. But the referee says no, too many steps. And Wexford have a chance. What have we? 3 minutes to go in this one. Do Wexford still believe? Can they get a goal? They need a goal, you'd imagine, from the next attack to really put this one in the melting pot again. And they have a chance. They have a platform to build from here with this free in. So Sarah O'Connor, she's told go forward, which isn't something we get seen too much. Usually the players try to steal the extra couple of yards. They're told go back. On this occasion, Sarah O'Connor was being too honest and she's told go forward. So here goes O'Connor. Will those couple of feet have made a difference? What is her strategy here? She goes relatively short. She plays that in. Wexford still have possession though. They still have a chance to get a score. Up as far as O'Connor now. Ciara O'Connor loses her footage. She lost it because she was fouled, says the referee. And now we have a free in. A free in about 35 odd yards out. And Wexford again will be trying to push everyone forward to try and get something out of this. Kilkenny will be bringing everyone back to defend. But Kilkenny have been here before. They know what it's like. They've won much tighter games than this, they'll feel. Won the Leinster final by 4. Won the All-Ireland final last year by 1. So they know what it's like to be in a dogfight. And they'll be well able to hold on here, they'll feel. But Wexford do have a chance. And it's going to be Ciara O'Connor again. Not a huge amount of Wexford players inside there. So you'd imagine they all expect her to go for the point here. There's only one Wexford player inside in that 21-yard zone. So you'd imagine the call here is to put it over. We've about 90 seconds of normal time left. As O'Connor takes this one again. She has the breeze supporting her, you'd imagine. Now there's a late run. Kerwin has come in. Is he going to go for it? No, she's not. O'Connor seems to ignore the run. Kerwin stopped and O'Connor is just going to put this one over the bar, which isn't an easy score, but she manages to make it and makes it look easy. And another score for O'Connor. Dropping again. Both sides working really hard there in that middle third of the field. Still there, still being fought for. Katie Powers in there from Kilkenny. So too are a number of other players. Corwin is in there for Wexford. And that one turned into a bit of a scrum, so I'd say the ball will have to be thrown in here as we have about 35 odd seconds, maybe slightly more left of normal time. We're yet to see the board go up for how long will be added on. There's been a couple of stoppages, none major, but there'll probably be 3 or 4 maybe added on at the end of this one as Kilkenny tried to come out with that one through McCarty. McCarty loses it and Wexford have turned it over. Now they're on the attack through Fox again. Fox hasn't given up all day. She was pulled there, was right in front of the referee. An easy call for him to make, and Fox wants to take this one quickly. There is a couple of players inside there looking for it. She actually goes slightly longer maybe than a couple of players around her were expecting. And it looks like Grace Walsh is out in front of her player, and Grace Walsh, oh, she's robbed. O'Connor has it now. O'Connor has the board inside her. She wants it. She plays it in. Is there a chance for Wexford? Kilkenny full back out of the house. Can they exploit that? Working it down the field. That ball is played in now. As far as Corwin, she's been pushed out towards the sideline. Maybe the chance is gone, but there is still a chance of a point. Maybe if the goal chance is gone. Back to Fox, who started this move. Still Fox been pushed out. A brilliant block comes in there, but Wexford managed to hold on to possession. Back to Corwin again. Corwin has lost her foot and the ball is still there from a Wexford perspective. They're still fighting hard. Back to Fox, who's third time involved in this move. She plays it across the field. Back outside as far as Orla Sinnen. Orla Sinnen drops this one in menacingly in around the house. Takes a touch. It's into the back of the net. And Wexford have got the goal they have been looking for the last 10 or 15 minutes. The ball came in, it got a touch, and it was eventually finished to the back of the net. Great goal there by Lacey. And that really maybe has put the cat among the pigeons. 1:17 now to 3:10. 60 minutes on the clock. 1:17 is 20, 3:10 is 19. And it's Lacey's goal that has put that one into the back of the net. We may have questioned the Wexford management's decision to go for a point maybe 5 or 6 or 10 minutes ago when they had that 21-yard free in front of the goal. But it may have worked out to be a wise decision if they can get 1 or 2 more here. 61 minutes and 10 seconds gone. What a nail biter we have for the last couple of minutes of this one. I hope you enjoyed it wherever you're watching on this Camogie live stream. What a match to be able to sit down and watch at home from the comfort of your own home. As the game has been paused, so we have gone over the 60 minutes. We haven't seen a board go up, but due to this stoppage, we imagine there'll be another few added on from whatever was decided a couple of minutes ago. Anya Lacey, though, coming onto the field. 1-1 now from her. Huge contribution from her, as well as what she's got on the scoreboard. She's really thrown herself into tackles all over the field. This is Kilkenny, though. They are never beaten. And they'll feel if they can get the ball up the field once or twice more, they can make this safe. But how much longer will we play? We've struck 62 minutes on the clock here in UPMC Nolan Park. As it looks like it was Grace Walsh who was down there receiving a bit of attention. She's the helmet off, but she's up and ready to go again. She's been in the war as a 3-time All-Star, 3-time All-Ireland winner. The crowd here trying to get behind our team, trying to give them one last G up for the last few minutes here. Again, as I said, we haven't seen a board here, but 62.5 minutes played, just 1 point in this one. The next ball you win is going to be massive. First round of the All-Ireland series, you don't want to lose the first day out. That one is dropping now, it's going to bounce. Where's it going to go? Still on the ground, still to be won. This one has to be won. Whichever side wins this ball, you can say have a great chance of winning this whole game. Wexford know they need to win it. They know they need at least another score to get a draw here, but they want to win. Now Curran has it, the team captain leading by example. Oh, she's done for taking too many steps. The Kilkenny players rejoice. They know that one is massive. The Wexford players trying to stay calm. We will get another go at it. Will they? It remains to be seen. Looking up at that clock, you wouldn't fancy them to get another chance, and if Kilkenny can get a score out of this, that will be the insurance score. Can Denise Gall, as she's done so many times, time and time again, she did it in Croke Park last year to win it for Kilkenny, to win them the All-Ireland. Can she get one here to just secure things, to get Kilkenny on the first rung of the ladder here in the All-Ireland series? In her home ground, in UPMC Nolan Park, there is a Kilkenny player down, but the referee says play on. Here goes Denise. Has she got the nerve? Has she got the score? She hasn't. It's gone to the right and wide. Do we have time for another play? Do we have time for Wexford to get another score? The referee has been told you need to stop things for a second. There's a Kilkenny player down. He's had no choice, only to stop the game for a couple of seconds. Who is this going to help more? Laura Norris is about to come onto the field for Kilkenny. Laura Norris, number 22. 64 minutes gone in this one. Laura Norris is on, number 22. She's into the field of play for however long we're going to play in this one. 117 to 310, just a 1 point in it to Kilkenny. It's in the hands of Laura Brennan, the Wexford goalie. This one has to be won. She needs to find a player. She knows it. The PA just announcing that substitution. That one goes long. It's a dangerous one, but it's going to drop. Wexford have picked it up. Eva Dunn has it. Eva Dunn is on the march. She plays it inside. Wexford still have it. Back to O'Connor. Ciara O'Connor doing her best, but she's lost possession. And the ball is still there, but Kilkenny have it. They want to hold on to it. It's over there for a line ball. This one's going to be contested if it's a goal in an All-Ireland final, because winning that line ball wins you possession and potentially wins you the game. And it's Kilkenny who have it. They'll be in no hurry whatsoever to take this one. That ball is going to be teed up better than you'd see Rory McIlroy tee up a ball. She'll take her time as Rory does. That one, it's not hit. It's not gamesmanship. Was it missed on purpose? It delays the clock another couple of seconds. And we're going to go again. That one made it 4 or 5 yards. It's going to be another line ball to Kilkenny. Just there shy of that 65. 1 point in this game. If you're joining us late, you've missed a cracker, but you may be in for the most exciting couple of seconds of this game as Wexford have managed to win the ball back. 1 point down, back inside their own 45. That one goes across to Sarah O'Connor. Sarah O'Connor gets in the second attempt. There's 4 Kilkenny players around her. Sarah does well to hold her composure. Gives that one back. Wexford need to get the ball down the field. They have it again. Can they get it? They've lost possession. It's dropped. Kilkenny have turned them over. That is a vital ball to win. Kilkenny still have it. It goes back. A block comes in. Kilkenny managed to get it on the second attempt. It's still there. Now, without her stick, here goes O'Connor. Boots it down the field, as we see Wexford players do time and time again. They're great at board sports. Her sister has it now. Now they're driving forward. Is there a score? Is there a chance? Is it gone over the bar? Yes, it has. Ciara O'Connor has levelled up this game. Can you believe it? They were 7, they were 8 points down at one stage. Now it's all square. The referee is looking at the goalie. He's looking at Eva Norris. Is he going to blow it up? He's going to let it go on for another couple of seconds. It's still all square. Kilkenny have got it back. They're going forward again. Driving up the field there, McGarty. McGarty has it. Oh, the whistle is gone. The ball has gone over the bar, but it won't be counted. It won't be counted, and we're going to come back and maybe give us a second to take a slight breath. But do Wexford believe they can actually win this game? They came into this as raging underdogs. They were beaten in the Leinster competition in the first round. They were knocked out of that. They lost the 1B final. They came in playing the All-Ireland champions. But it's not over yet. Kilkenny now have won the ball back on the edge of their own D. But if any team can get a score from there, it's Kilkenny. Now you sense the urgency in the black and amber jerseys. Now there might be a chance for them to get a score. This one is still there to be won. It's there to be lost, it's there to be drawn. That can happen in the next 35, 40 seconds, however long the referee is going to play. Kilkenny have won this one. Every ball needs to be won at this stage. It's back to Denise Call. Good ball inside from Denise. She plays it inside. Kilkenny trying to work an angle for his shot. Back to Malone. Malone plays it back outside. Back outside. Can Denise Call be the hero? She's half blocked. It's still there. There still could be danger. But Sarah O'Connor picks it up. And Sarah O'Connor is the last player to touch the ball in what has been an enthralling, intriguing, fantastic game of Camogie. Absolutely brilliant. It had it all. 117 to 311. And there was a couple of contenders for player of the match. But from this commentator's point of view, there is one player that stood out head and shoulders above the rest. And that is the number 14 for Wexford, Ciara O'Connor. Showed nerves of steel. She was up and down the field. Got that last score to draw it. Got that sideline in the first half that counts for 2. They brought her side back into it. But what a game, 117 to 311. We'll hope to get a word with the player of the match, Ciara O'Connor, in a couple of minutes' time. Once, I suppose, people settle down and realise what happened. Will Kilkenny feel that they should have won that? Will Wexford feel they should have won it after all they played it in the last few minutes? Both teams will go away with a point. They'll look at the result in the other game and see that Tipperary easily beat Dublin, and maybe that opens things up. But what a game we had here in the first round in UPMC Nolan Park. Glen Dimplex Senior All-Ireland Championship, to give it its full title. Kilkenny are out there. They look slightly more disillusioned. They're down. They know they let a big lead slip. But it is very early stage in this competition. They're far from, neither team are out. Neither team will feel that maybe they gave it their 100%. Wexford definitely finished the strong, but Kilkenny started really strong. Maybe just didn't hold it as they would like. Both teams have a lot to build on. Both teams have big positives to take away from it. We're going to pause for a couple of seconds while we try to go down and get a word with the player of the match, Ciara O'Connor, and maybe the management teams, if you want to bear with us for a couple of seconds. But the full-time score here Kilkenny 117, Wexford 311. I've been Paul Jenkins. Thanks very much, and stay tuned with us for another couple of minutes where we try to get some post-match reaction. We're here live with Ciara O'Connor, who was the player of the match. She's going to receive her presentation from the Camogie Association. Do you want to make that presentation there? Hill that from the Camogie Association. What a performance, Ciara. Talk to us about that. What a game.
Oh, I don't really even know where to start. I suppose like Kilkenny coming up to their back garden, it's always going to be a tough game. Given the history that team has had over the last few years as well, it was always going to be a battle. But I suppose we knew we had to, it's like any game, any opposition's going to be put in front of you, so you just need to focus on your own game plan and believe in your players, I suppose, and believe in our backroom team, and that's what we did.
Talk to us about that sideline in the first half. Massive. I think a lot of us were even surprised to see it go over. The umpire gave us a signal that we don't see too often. Talk to us about what you were going through as you hit that one.
Well, I suppose first thing I was saying, I thought he was waving it wide, so I kind of went a bit ballistic, but no, the ref informed me it was the 2 points, so yeah. I suppose when you're practicing it, you kind of hope that they will come up in game time and you get to show what you can do, so just thankfully it went over.
And the penalty, another thing we were discussing, the free, I should say, the 21-yard free. When things looked like maybe Kilkenny were going away from you, did you get the signal from the sideline to go for the point there? Were you saying we'll hang on, or what was going through your mind at that stage?
Well, sure, there was still, I'd say, 15 odd minutes left in it, so the game wasn't really gone anywhere yet. I suppose tipping over the points are just as important as getting those crucial goals. So just again, back team, back everyone around us, and tip it over and go again for the last 15.
What does this do for you now going forward? I think you've Tipperary in 2 weeks' time, but what kind of a lift? I know it was a draw, but it probably feels like a win to you.
Yeah, look, sure, Wexford Camogie hasn't really been thereabouts, so it's kind of been a developing progress so far. So I suppose this is kind of just a stepping stone in the right direction for what we have been doing.
Absolutely. Thanks very much for talking to us, Ciara, and congratulations and best of luck in the future. We're hoping to have the Wexford manager here is actually with us. Colin, if you want to step in there. We're just talking to your player of the match here. What a performance Ciara put in. Talk to us about that game. I have a pain in my heart from commentating on it. How do you feel from the sideline?
Yeah, look, it wasn't easy. I thought the first half was a bit scrappy from our own point of view, and you can say you're playing Kilkenny, All-Ireland champions, but belief is a big thing with these guys. Just getting the belief going that they're up there at this level, and we referees have to. Does anyone feel out their depth here that they shouldn't be here? Because it hasn't been going great the last few years. We were off the charts altogether a few years ago at the bottom. In fairness, the last couple of years built back up, but to get that was going. But I thought 5-6 minutes into the second half we'd done all our good work in the first half. But it's funny, one thing we've referenced over the last few weeks is the Leinster Hurling Championship, Munster Championship, even Wexford, 10 points nothing anymore. When you're 10 points up or down, you can keep going to the end because it's always there. We've seen we were 16 points up against Westmeath a few weeks ago. Week after, I think we were 8 or 9 points down against Kilkenny in the hurling. We got back and won it, so it's still there. But I suppose it's important. Remember, we didn't win the game, still only a draw, so we have to still pick up a couple of wins.
Some very noteworthy things. We were just talking to Ciara about her sideline, and we were just saying a few of us had never seen that before, even the sign from the umpire to take on over the bar. Tell us about that, because I think you made sure he was given the 2 for it.
Yeah, I suppose a lot of lads, Shane Carlin, who was with me as the coach, he's mainly a hurling background the last few years. He wasn't familiar with it, but I never had too many players do it now, to be honest with you, so it never came much of an advantage before, but it was definitely a boost today.
What does it do for you now, 2 weeks' time? I don't know, did you hear Tipperary had a good win over Dublin? How does this set you up for the rest of the year?
Look at it, we have to, it's definitely a boost, but one thing we commented on last Thursday night in our last training session was we're back training Tuesday night, we're just coming off a high or like coming off a low, we have to refocus, because when we lost the league final, we gave a week off, we lost the Leinster final, we let them back to the clubs, or the Leinster quarter final, we let them back to the clubs for a while, but there's no breaks here, we're straight back into it, so that's the one thing, and hopefully switch on and look at, unless we can go your performance against Tipperary today is worth nothing really.
Absolutely. Thanks very much for talking to us, Colin. Best of luck for the rest of the year. We'll hope to have a word from Brian Dowling. If you just bear with us for another couple of minutes, we're just going to get him, so stay tuned here, and we'll have Brian Dowling, the Kilkenny manager, in a matter of moments. joined now the Kilkenny manager there after that. I suppose topsy-turvy, that game had absolutely everything. Give us your thoughts on it.
I look very disappointed, I suppose, when I think we went 10 up there at one stage and looked like we were in complete control, but I don't know what happened, and have to look back. Very disappointing the last 15-20 minutes, we just totally took a foot off the gas. Look, fairness to Wexford, they started plugging away, and we knew coming in they're a very good team, and the girls were focused on it, but I don't know what happened there in the last 15 minutes. It's very disappointing from our part.
I suppose, yeah, it's hard just after the game, but could you put your finger on maybe what you might like to work on for the next game, or what actually went wrong?
Look, a lot of things to work on. We can't be conceding 3 goals for a start, We scored 117, which isn't a bad score, and we had a couple of more chances that went away. Look, it was just very frustrating there in the last 15 minutes. We probably had a lot of space inside and didn't hit the ball in. The girls were winning inside, and we need to be more direct, and we weren't. And Wexford probably shut us down on the half back line midfield area. I thought they got on top there the last 15 minutes, and they won most of the rucks, which is very disappointing.
2 weeks now to the next game against Dublin. You heard Dublin had the big loss to Tipperary today. How does that set you up for the rest of the championship?
Yeah, sure. Look, this was every match we have now. It's tough. When you win as All-Ireland champions, every team plays raising their game, and Wexford did it today. Dublin did it in the Leinster final against us already, and look, we have to go up there now, and it's going to be a huge battle. Said to the girls there, still in their own hands. You win your last 2 games, you top the group, and that's all we can do now. We just have to make sure we get the result against Dublin, or we're going to be in serious trouble. Ryan,
thanks very much for talking to us, and best of luck for the rest of the year. That's all we have time for here on the Camogie stream. Thanks very much for joining us. I really hope you enjoyed that absolutely enthralling game. I've been Paul Jenkins, and we'll be back to you again very soon.